Yo, right here in the small box.
I'm heating up, I'm trying to burn down Toronto. Better keep 6 feet space, this 6-side shit contagious. Money coming in, all I see is numbers, like I'm in the Matrix. We've been in the
All right. Yes, J-Tom. Yes, sir. You already know how we start this, right? Since you already know how... Wow, what just happened? I just glitched out. Since you already know how we start this, let's go ahead and lock in. All right, let's go. Yo, you, right here in the small box, right here in the small box. Welcome back to FlexMob Reactions, only on the FlexMob Network. I'm Flex. Welcome back to the channel. I made sure to put on a good T-shirt today, cause you know I usually wear the T-shirts from like the drawer right here. I be getting the T-shirts from the closet for the past every now and then. I'll be getting a T-shirt from the closet. I make sure to put on my good T-shirt today. You know what I'm saying? That Jordan 23 right there, that nice burnt brown. You know what I'm talking about? This is a limited edition. You can't get this nowhere else. I'm lying still. Anyway, we got Jay Nolan. We gonna learn about this whole Benny the Butcher situation, and we gonna dive in with all the mess. All right. So make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe. Let me know what you think about the video. What did you just say? Drop a comment down below. Let me know what you think about the reaction. Hit that notification bell so you're notified when I drop my videos or when I'm live like right now. And let's go ahead and lock in. Flex AI said, I need scissors. That's insane. Jesus God.
Hey, welcome back to another episode of Inside the Industry, your number one source for music, entertainment, commentary, and breakdowns. Hope everybody's doing well out there this evening. In this video, we're going to be getting into Benny the Butcher. I hope y'all know who Benny the Butcher is. He's been around for a long time, over a decade in this game. Griselda, you know, he's done records with a lot of people in the game. So hopefully you know who I'm talking about. If not, look him up. Just listen to some of his music. He's a pretty good rapper. You know what I mean?
Pretty good. He dangerous.
He's still with the
No. We're not doing that. We're not doing that because Benny the Butcher is on my list for top tier. I'm going to tell y'all that right now. Don't get it twisted. Okay, I'm not claiming that he's the greatest of all time, but in a time period where it's hard to find this kind of talent, he got to be on my list for sure. Who in God's given earth is yelling outside, bro? Jesus, God. Anyway, like I was saying, Benny the Butcher, he's definitely one of them ones. He's definitely known for the song he did with J. Cole. The song he did with J. Cole, that's what he's known for the most. Because I ain't going to lie, J. Cole watched him on that shit. I ain't going to hold you.
The Shadys of the world, the Rock Nations of the world.
That's crazy.
The Drakes of the world when Drake was still in style.
What's good, Ace?
He's got records with, I think he's done some stuff with Jid before. A lot of stuff. Anyway, Benny the Butcher is having some trouble, I guess, wrapping his mind around the fact that the streets are not dictating hip-hop. You get what I'm saying? And he put a video out within the last couple of days that's gone super viral on social media, voicing this very sentiment, right? He says that the nerds are running the game, and that's why there's so much goofy shit going on, is because the nerds took over the game and the streets no longer dictate what's happening. The voice of the streets is no longer valid. Therefore, it's a free-for-all, okay? Now, I have
say all that again.
Goofy shit going on is because the nerds took over the game and the streets no longer dictate what's happening. The voice of the streets is no longer valid. Therefore, it's a free-for-all, okay?
Okay. I see where we're going right now. As far as me hearing what I'm hearing right now, I don't see what's wrong because this is the same thing I've been saying here. But I'm sure there's more to this, so let's keep going. What's good, Tiff? How you feeling? Hey, let me tell you something. Don't bring that mess around here, okay? The FlexMob Network's #1 security guard is currently in the building. You do not want to mess with her or her twin. You understand me?
Now, I have quite a few thoughts on this subject matter, but before I get into my personal thoughts, I want to go ahead and just play Benny the Butcher's video.
Yeah.
so you can see for context
Please.
where I'm coming from.
Hey, yo, y'all see what state the game is in when the streets don't hold the culture of the game? Now that the weird Twitter nerds and the nerds and all of these weird motherfuckers got, you know what I mean, they got their hands on the culture. The street, the voice of the streets don't mean as much as it did when we was coming up. There was a lot of cons to that as well. You know what I'm saying? I gotta say that, but you see what happened when the streets, you know what I mean, don't control the game no more. It's a lot of fuck nigga shit going on, man. And a lot of people's okay with it because they're fuck niggas, man. Hey, yo, y'all see what state the game is in when the streets...
Okay. I think I know where everybody's going with this when they hear this now, but I want to hear what he has to say first. And then I'm going to say honestly if that's what I was thinking or not.
All right. So that's Benny the Butcher. Okay? Now, let me go ahead and...
I'm just wondering when this man's beard finna connect with his chin. I'm just asking. Because I ain't going to hold you. Them sideburns, they look like butter knives. Yo, let me stop.
Remove myself from the corner before I get into this. Now, the first thing that comes to mind as I watch this video, and this is not a personal jab at Benny the Butcher. I'm actually a fan of your music. You're
Big
actually
fan.
My favorite out of the Griselda squad.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? But as I look at this video, I see a man who I believe is 40 years old, older than me. I see his chain is a Pyrex, you know what I'm saying, cylinder, whatever the fuck this shit is, container, Pyrex container.
Come on, you don't know about that Pyrex dish? Come on, bro, you don't know about the Pyrex dish?
With baking soda crack in it. Talking about the streets don't dictate what's going on in the game. Now, I would love to know what the purpose of making your chain a Pyrex container. I understand its significance to the streets and baking soda crack. We've known that for 3-4 decades.
Yo, Furry B, for real. And Tiff, I ain't stop it. Yo, Furry B, that's a fact, bruh.
What that's about. But that's a stamp that you wear every day of your life or whenever you want to show out. That's where we could tell you that the values are misconstrued. Gotta be honest. Who better to tell you than another artist, another rapper? Okay? Now, interestingly enough, for Benny the Butcher to be at this place, and he's been kind of voicing these sentiments for a while. Every couple weeks, months, he has some sort of weird outburst on social media where he's basically just not happy with the way that things are going. And it always strikes me that this guy must not know who his fans actually are. Okay? Newsflash, Benny the Butcher. Although the streets definitely were more significant in the 80s, the 90s, even maybe a portion of the 2000s, but not so much. The streets have never run what's going on with hip hop. Okay?
Yo.
The streets may have
Nigga, I just stopped the video.
What the
God damn. Anyway, yo, first of all, I gotta say is like, if I'm gonna be honest, what I was thinking initially wasn't necessarily on these lines, because I was thinking more about like, you might have got lost within your own rant. You might have got lost in your own rant, to be honest, because you're talking as if you understand what's going on, but while you think you understand, at the same time there's a strong disconnect with what you're alluding to. Because we've talked about this before. The industry ain't run by niggas. Let's start there first. The industry ain't run by niggas. Okay, it's run by techies. It's run by the same people the niggas used to beat up and make fun of. That's what's going on right now. Okay? Don't get it twisted. I see where he's going, and I see like the kind of understanding that he has, but at the same time, yo, bro, let's keep it stacked right now, bro. You're not seeing the play. And don't even get me started on the chain. I wasn't even thinking about the chain. Is that Slay? Yo, Wagwan Slay. And Josh is here. What's good?
The rappers wanted to rap about, that still is a part of the game. That reflects itself in the lyrics that the rappers write down on pages and go to studios and lay down. They emulate the gangster shit, even if you don't come from that, which, again, has always been there. But as far as the fans,
definitely, Josh.
as far as the infrastructure, the business side of the game, street people never really ran that.
Yo, Slay, let me tell you something. Anytime I see Pyrex, because I know say you know this, you know. Anytime I see Pyrex, me think of the dish. You see it? Me think of the blood clot dish. That's the only time I think about when I see Pyrex. Me don't know about the drugs, you know. Me don't know about the cocaine. Me don't know about them white girl. Me don't know nothing about that. You see it? Me only know about Pyrex, because when you have a Pyrex dish, you know what go on a Pyrex dish? Oxtail. You don't know what else go on a Pyrex dish? Curry goat, jerk chicken. You see it? If you cook bare rice and peas, Pyrex dish, boom, storage. You don't want to start with us, you know? All right, let me stop.
Unless you want to say Russell Simmons was some type of street nigga. You know, when Def Jam was first brought into existence. But outside of that, nah. Now, there's always been street niggas with little rinky-dink ass labels that could find a nigga with talent and put him under the wing and steal his fucking money, extort him for the next 10 years. Motherfucker be hot as fish grease, but all they money getting taken, they publishing getting stole, and by the time they not hot no more, they back working at Safeway.
Oh, shoot.
There's always been stories like that with the streets involved. But your fans have never been street. At the height of so-called gangster rap,
no, sir.
The reason why it made it up to Congress and the president trying to boycott rap music was because their kids were buying the music, buying the albums, buying the merch, asking for tickets to go to the shows. That's why the shit jumped off the way it did. Please believe, if hip-hop was exclusively black, street orientated all the way down to the fans, this shit would have never took the fuck off. Because one thing for sure is black people, for the most part, will say, oh, that nigga fly, they cool, but they not gonna do the financial part of it.
All right, thank you for the educational session, Furry B. We appreciate you.
Then they gonna start saying, nigga, you look too much like me. For the most part, not this, because I know a lot of y'all buy music over here. But overall, you get what I'm saying? Like, and I can say this even from experience, especially in my days of really beating the pavement as an artist, going out here, going from city to city, city to city, doing the venues, doing the shit, trying to meet motherfuckers. I've been damn near the same nigga the whole time. You know what I'm saying? The raps y'all hear on these intros, I'll be like, damn, that nigga nice. Been that the whole time. You get what I'm saying? And I was going to all the black cities. The colleges I went to was black. The people I was around, all black.
I ain't gonna lie, I wish I went to a HBCU, bro. I wish I went to an all-black college. You understand how dope that'd be? Yo, see, in Canada, we got all that diversity, which is great. You know, it's wonderful that we have all this wonderful diversity, but, like, just some... I can only imagine it. You know what I'm saying? Me being here, I can only imagine, like, growing up, like, watching, like, Drumline and all that, like, you know, like, Stomp the yard. Bro, you can only literally imagine that shit, bro. Like, just to, like, actually be it. Wow, that hit different for sure. You know, like, I'm trying to strut one day. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to strut one day. What are you talking about?
You know what I'm saying? And there was a reverberating theme that I would hear from people to say, you need to be hitting up them white universities. You need to be tapping in to them white boys on the internet.
We're the same type of nerd.
You need to be tapped in with this, that, and the third. You know what I'm saying? Because those are the people that are going to probably more than likely be your fans for life. When you look around, you see the people at most of these shows, even Benny the Butcher. The ones who's rabid, walking around with Griselda tatted on them and all that shit. A lot of it be the white boys. Look at Wu-Tang. You know how many white boys got fucking Wu-Tang tatted on them? I'm sure there's also some black people with it as well. But you saying the nerds are running this shit? The nerds have always been the biggest supporters of the most so-called gangster niggas in this shit.
I ain't gonna lie to you. When you look back at the timeline of music, if I'm going to be completely honest, the nerds have been around since, like, they've been around since maybe the 80s, 90s. We can go further back if you want to be real with it. Because those are the individuals that support the music the most. And when they were, like, when times were different and people were more outside like that, they came in droves. Now it's a little different. The nerds are still running-ish in terms of fandom, but they're not always outside like that because now we have the internet. We have, like, all these different, like, Discord chat rooms. We have all these, like, Twitch channels. We have YouTube, like, social media in general. All these different avenues for them to dwell in. They don't always need to be outside to support, you know? The game has changed now. It's evolved, but it's always been nerds that's been around for, like, literally the hottest of minutes.
You know, it's revisionist history. Now, at one point, the more street-oriented artists were able to have a stronger impact. But let's get to that.
Yeah.
As a nigga who actually lived through this shit, listened to this music for a living, studied it.
Top about it.
I keep telling niggas, and one day people are gonna listen to me, is the reason why certain people took off and others didn't, that were actually able to get to the bare minimum of having a record deal and having a support system, is having records. The best rapper never wins if he don't got the records. Okay? If a rapper is dope and got the records and don't got the story, you might catch a couple, but you ain't gonna connect all the way. When people talk about
Travis
that
Scott.
it factor, that magnetism, some people just have a captivating persona. When they walk in a room, it's just over for everybody else. You put a good record with that, put them out at the right time, which also matters. All the other niggas in the community that might rap better than him, all bets are off. It's his time, and the only thing that can ruin this person's time is them or the people around him. So I say all of that to say, Benny the Butcher, as talented as you are, and I am a fan, the reason why you and other people like you are not dictating what's going on in the game is because you just don't have it. You know what I'm saying?
It's not only just about not having it. It's just like you just don't get it. You don't understand it. You might see the play, but you're not seeing it the way that everybody else sees it. You might see it in a similar way, which is why you said what you said. But there's definitely details and information that is missing for you to see it our way. Because if you see it our way, you would understand the video that you put out was kind of pointless and useless. To keep it tall with you, you know? But to learn this, it's going to get tricky because there's a lot of new information that you got to take in that a lot of people will not understand at all, especially if they hear it for the first time. There's a lot of details, a lot of information as to why the music industry is what it is today. He might have an idea, but he doesn't have the full understanding. So it's not just about you don't have it. It's more about like, what can you do with what you have? And he hasn't figured it out, basically.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
Oh my God. Don't kill me.
I'm transparent enough to say I just don't got it. And I didn't have it. You know what I'm saying? But I'm still damn good at what I do. I share it. I still get paid to make music. Yep. Y'all love it. I'm still going to continue to put it out and do what I want with it. Mm-hmm. I make music on my own terms. I release it on my own terms. I'm happy. I live a fucking dope life. Mm-hmm. Right? But if you want to know why you're not the guy, the answer is within that own sentence. You're not the guy. You know what I'm saying? Because tomorrow, another street guy who has the magnetism, who has the right record at the right time, he's going to come out and he's going to surpass you. And you've been doing it for 20 years. And he might be on his first or second or third. And he's going to go right past you because he has the intangibles that you don't. You know what I'm saying? And you know who's going to make that decision on whether or not they pop? The nerds. The people who buy it.
Let me stop it right there for a second. Yes, Slay, I did say 4 hours. There's a lot of videos here. I just want to go back to that little point that he was making about when the next street guy, the next guy that drops at the right time. The funniest part about that is, like, even if you're the right person for the right time and the right guy for the job, you still won't even crack. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not just about the drop. It's about the presence. Wayno made this point a while ago, not too long ago, maybe like a couple weeks to a month ago. But he said, for the world to view you and to tap in with your music, we need to see you about 15 times to get to know that one song. Now, let me break it down. All it comes down to, what he's talking about, is your presence. When you drop, yes, you can drop a banger. You can drop the greatest song of the year, and it won't mean anything if people don't even see you or know who you are. Meaning, you need to get your boots on the ground. Not necessarily physically, and not necessarily mentally, but it could be physically, mentally, spiritually, digitally. Like, you have to be well known in different areas and different spaces for people to be familiar with that one song or that one project or that one EP. Like, you don't understand what I'm saying? It all comes down to how much we see you. Now, it's not about when we see you, because we can see you whenever. But if we see you for that one time and that's it, it means nothing. It's more about how many times we see you. Because the more that we see you is the more like, oh, who is this guy? I've been seeing him in so many different areas. I'm just trying to, who is this nigga? And then finally one day you start searching. Let me get to the bottom. And who is he? Who is he? Buck 12? Let me go and see who this is. And then you go through the catalog. You go to their Spotify. You go to their Spotify. You see that they have a song that has like 10 million plays. Go click on it. Now you got a new favorite song. But because you've been seeing this dude constantly, it drove you to be like, all right, let's go and see what's going on over here. You know? So even though what he's saying makes sense at face value, the reality behind it is that it's going to take more than that. And that's another issue with Benny the Butcher. I like Benny the Butcher. He's good, but he don't really be out there like that. He really don't be out there like that. So is what it is, but I just had to say that part.
The people who go to the shows, the people that buy the merch,
That's the Pooh Shiesty.
the people who are willing to look at
Better get
the
comfy.
guy
Oh yeah, I'm good. Don't worry.
and say, I value what it is that he brings to the table. Not, oh, fuck that nigga, I rap too. Not, oh, I could do that. I rap better than him. But the people that's gonna say, take my money. You ain't got enough people to say, take my money.
No, this man said YNEXE. I am sick. Jesus God.
Money. That's the problem. And it's going to always be a problem. And you just got to accept that. You know what I'm saying? You're successful still. And I'll take it even further with Benny the Butcher. You fucked up. At the height of your popularity, as people were getting ready to see, damn, what's Benny the Butcher gonna do? 2-3 years ago? What did you do? You went and signed with motherfucking Def Jam.
Oh shoot.
Def Jam is a fucking graveyard. It's been a graveyard for the last 12, 13 years.
This video is strictly for entertainment purposes only. Okay? Strictly for entertainment purposes only. If your heart is heavy, please exit to the left. Okay? We are here to tell jokes, have fun, be smart a little bit, and then just have a great time. Okay? But for anybody out there that's a part of a certain conglomerate, this is for entertainment purposes only.
And signed with motherfucking Def Jam. Def Jam is a fucking graveyard.
Why did I play that again?
For the last 12, 13 years. And I've told this to anybody with an open ear that'll listen. I probably got at least 10 videos that somebody could pull up on hand of me saying, Def Jam is in shambles. Why the fuck would you go over there? They've done nothing but ruin niggas' careers since 2009.
Wait. What is going on? Yo, what is going on? What is all this slander?
Shambles. Why the fuck would you go over there? They've done nothing but ruin niggas' careers since 2009. Now you might say, well, Kanye was there. Yeah, he was one of the last of the Mohicans. Pusha T, grandfathered in good music, Kanye. Anybody not associated with good music on Def Jam in the last decade and a half failed. Ask Bobby Sessions. Y'all probably don't even fucking know who Bobby Sessions is. Def Jam. Ask Big Crit. Niggas done forgot who the fuck Big Crit is and all the talent that he came into the game with, writing, rapping, producing his own shit. Def Jam. And you let Snoop convince your ass. Snoop, for all of the legendary music, for all of the iconic positioning that he represented in this game for almost 3 decades, for a long time, Snoop has been a fucking grifter. And we just gotta come to terms to the reality of this.
But Snoop Dogg is just trying to get to the money bags. That's it. That's literally all Snoop Dogg wants. It's just he want more money. You know what I'm saying? That's literally all it is. So anytime I hear people talk about Snoop, I'm just like, the bros, he's trying to be a businessman. He's just following the paper trail. That's it.
Because he took a position over there at Def Jam. He was the one that convinced you to sign over there. And where the fuck he been at? That nigga he revamped Death Row, took a job at Def Jam to recruit artists, and ain't did shit with none of the niggas. And been pushing Death Row ever since. And been pushing any and everything that's gonna line his pockets or the interests of his investments.
What'd I say?
You got duped. And it wasn't no fucking nerds that did it, because you got gooped by Snoop, the OG gangster. So don't come around here talking about that shit, man. Like, we just got to come to terms with sometimes it just ain't your time. You get what I'm saying?
Or sometimes it will never be your time. Not enough people talk about that. You know? Just think about that for a second. A lot of people might be coming into the game thinking they're going to have their time one day when in reality you're a stepping stone for somebody else. You know? A lot of people don't talk about that moment or that kind of like timeline. It's kind of interesting because you think a lot of people, everybody want to be a main character, especially in the music industry. Everybody think they the one, for some rightfully so. But for others, you're saying that without even doing the work or taking the time to research. And then you sit there and wonder why. How this nigga passed me? You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, it's to be honest, you need to literally sit there and really think about how or why nobody know about you. And then you're going to realize, oh, no, I got to market myself more. Hey, what's that new TikTok dance everybody be doing? Let me find out I can do it too. Or they go make a streaming account on Kick or Twitch or something like that, trying to be Kai Cenat. I got money. I got money. I can do what he do. And then you realize the production is the real money. You have all this equipment and you don't even know how to like operate it or get a production team together. And they're like, oh, nah, this kid Kai Cenat is different. And then you're going to sit there with about 12 cameras and you can't even work one of them.
It's the toughest pill to swallow. But if you have self-awareness and you can be real with yourself and look yourself in the mirror and be real about that shit, you can move forward in life so peacefully and sleep so much better than to be out here blaming this one, that one, this one, that one.
Right.
When really God's plan for you is the life that you're living. And maybe one day you may catch a hit or catch the break on God's timing if you're willing to follow the journey that God has paved for you. I don't want to make this a religious thing. But truthfully, if your mind, body, and soul are not in alignment with where you're supposed to be going, how could you possibly be
Yo, Furry B be on a roll today. Drades is crazy.
moving correctly if everything in you is disjointed? You've been elevated to this point and you still talking about the streets? You think the streets supposed to... What do the streets know about the music industry?
Nothing.
To dictate what's going on?
See, now when you look at the streets as a persona, because that's exactly what it is. It's a persona. It's a character. And then you look back at what he's saying. Oh, nah, the streets don't dictate nothing in music no more. Majority of the dudes out there not even street for real. They're frauds. You have nothing but fraudulent niggas all over the music industry trying to talk big as if they really do it. But as soon as you hand them a machine, as soon as you say, here, hold this for me, they're like, I don't even want to touch it. I don't want no fingerprints on it. That's exactly how they move. Streets don't do nothing for music, bro. The persona, the character, that energy, that sauce, it's a tool. People are just utilizing said tool to make themselves better.
It's 2025. The streets ain't even valid to people that mature past it. Like once you hit 18, 19 years old and you really got to figure out your life, you ain't living at your parents' crib or you're living in your parents' crib and they say you need a fucking job or you need something productive, take your ass to school. That gangster shit go out the window.
Yup.
Now, some people will pursue it past that. Mm-hmm. And guess what's going to happen to them? The world is going to pursue past them. And they're going to be stuck at that same age, 18, 19, 20 years old. They're going to turn 35 and mentally still be that same person. The shit is a trap. Mm-hmm. So, yes, the nerds do run it. The nerds been running it. The nerds is the ones who come in and read your paperwork, ain't it? When you can't read and decipher what the fuck is on the page, who finna tell you what it say? Who finna tell you what's gonna be best for your benefit moving forward with this career? Not no street nigga. Mm-hmm. So yeah, the nerds been running it. The nerds been doing the side deals from day one. The nerds been the ones, they say, oh, we got a lawyer for you. And it's the lawyer that they've been doing dirty ass deals with for the last 10, 15 years. And he gonna say, yep, beautiful deal.
Talk about it.
5 years down the line, it turned out that beautiful deal was really a beast. Because you didn't know that the nerds been lining your ass up. Crazy Annie. These fashion labels that y'all niggas be so obsessed with. Who you think run that? Street niggas? No, nerds. Everything you aspire to in your fucking life is either commissioned, sponsored, or paid for by the nerds. You got the game fucked up, brother. But I'll even be lenient and say, you know, maybe there was a time. But you should have been paying attention when Jay-Z told you the streets is dead. Jay-Z told us streets dead, what, 6, 7 years ago? He said the shit dead. That nigga told you on 444 not to die for the neighborhood your mama rent in. You weren't paying attention. But you done had all these dinners with Jay-Z that people would die for. You ain't been paying no fucking attention. Look at all the so-called street niggas in his circle that have elevated their lives for the last 20 plus years. Yeah, they might have had bread, but they ain't had that type of bread.
The reality is, if you want to be a successful artist, you actually got to be a nerd. Now, the persona of being a nerd is different from back in the day. It varies now. The traditional nerd with the glasses with the tape on it, with they got the polo shirt or they got the t-shirt with it tucked into their pants, and then you got their pants high up on their stomach. Yeah, we know that nerd. But nerds have evolved since then. Nerds got drip. Nerds know style. Nerds know how to talk, articulate themselves, and just be outstanding individuals, but still be a nerd at heart. A lot of people, majority of people, are nerds at heart. That's all it is. And besides, you don't even have to worry about anything, because as long as you're not a geek, you're good. You know? We're just nerds with a lot of knowledge and information. Benny the Butcher, nerd. That nigga smart. The hell? Traditionally speaking, that's some nerd ass shit. You know? That's all it is. So no, I'm not going to sit here and agree with anything he said, to be honest. Like, the more that I think about it, the more that I'm listening, I'm just like, bro, I ain't going to lie to you. You got it all wrong. The way you're thinking is how people were thinking about a decade ago. Nigga, you stuck in the past. You got to lock in on the future, because as far as I see, with all this AI mess going on, oh, buddy, you better wake up.
They ain't had that type of lifestyle. Y'all niggas been tricked. Y'all been duped and gooped. And before I go, I see you trying to goop niggas too. Right? Just about a week ago, you went viral for doing this feature challenge.
Feature challenge.
So Benny the Butcher came out and he said, yo, I'm going to do a free verse for an artist. Send me a song with an open verse on it, but send me $100 as entry fee. Right?
Hey, yo, it's Big Butch, and I got another one for all my grinders. This is what we gonna do. Thank me later for this shit, man. You gonna get a free verse, a free video, and you get to come to the show and open up. And we gonna put the record out on Black Soprano Records. All you gotta do is send your song to the email and $100 to the Cash App. And
wait,
you
what?
And may the best man win. I hope y'all ready, because this is a big deal, especially if you're an up-and-coming artist trying to get your music out. Trust me, man. I wish
Hey, well,
somebody
no. Let's hear that again, please.
on Black Soprano Records. All you gotta do is send your song to the email and $100 to the.
Why we gotta send $100 for? Why, hold on. Let me back this up to the beginning again. This nigga got his knees out, but you gangster.
Hey, yo, it's Big Butch, and I got another one for all my grinders. This is what we gonna do. Thank me later for this shit, man. You gonna get a free verse, a free video, and you get to come to the show and open up. And we gonna put the record out on Black Soprano Records. All you gotta do is send your song to the email and $100 to the Cash App, and you win there. And
Nigga, based on the chains that are around your neck, we don't need to send you no damn $100. Why we gotta send you $100 for? You good. Give back without us giving to you. What?
may the best man win. I hope y'all ready, because this is a big deal, especially if you're an up-and-coming artist trying to get your music out.
Mega
Trust me, man. I wish somebody was doing this for me when I came up. Let's go.
So $100, right? And Benny the Butcher has over 900,000 followers on Instagram whom he promoted this to, right?
Yup.
He's going to do one song. Now, of course, I don't believe that all 900,000 would possibly submit for $100. But I would say probably 500 or so probably did at that rate. You know what I'm saying? At that $100 rate. Which if you put that together, that's $50,000 in his pocket just to do one verse for one artist. You know what I'm saying? So you got paid 50 racks from hundreds of people to select one. And under normal circumstances, your feature price probably wouldn't even amount to 50 grand. Now let's say 1,000 or 2,000 people reached out at that $100 price tag. That goes up even further, right? Off of the chance, the opportunity. Now just think about how many people submitted to that and how many of them are so-called nerds.
Yup.
Because those are the people following you, right? How many of them are street niggas? How many of them are nerds? It's going to be a lot of nerds that sent you songs hoping that they could get that
nerds
feature
can rap
that you're not going to do. You know what I'm saying? $100 fee for entry. I see the hustle. But you don't respect the nerds, so of course you're going to take advantage of niggas that don't know no better. Plus, you say you're going to put the song out on your label, which means you're going to take ownership over that nigga song that they made on their own, that they created before you even got to it. You're probably going to take the majority of the royalties if it generates any, because it's coming out on your label. So, although it may look great on the surface to get a feature from Benny the Butcher, for whomever it is that cares, I would love to see what that paperwork entails in order to actually get that feature out professionally. Just my insight as somebody who knows.
Twitch hype train is crazy.
Okay?
Pretty much.
Not going to harbor too long on that. Y'all can deduce what you want. But that's just my 2 cents about it. I've been seeing this video circulating, and I said, you know what? I got to speak on this one. Even if it ain't a lot of people that tune in, the ones that do, we'll walk away with something, all right? Mm-hmm. Be sure to like and share this video. If this is your first time seeing me on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, become an insider. Now, we'll catch y'all on the next one, man. Y'all be good out there. Peace.
Yes, sir. So now I have a better understanding of this whole Benny the Butcher situation, because I never thought I'd wake up today and see people be talking bad on Benny the Butcher, unless he did something stupid. And after that video and a little bit of research that came with it, yeah, nah, bro, I ain't gonna lie to you. Nope. What you said was completely wrong, and now you having, song challenges with your knees out. But you supposed to be gangster. You supposed to be street nigga. Okay. All right, with your knees out. Yes, sir. I understand the play. You know? But it's peace. Like I said, this is for entertainment purposes only. I like telling jokes. I can't help it. Oh, I saw your comment. Don't worry. I don't think you heard what I said. I said, I'm sure he did, Noah. Anyway, nah, Benny got it all wrong. I ain't gonna lie to you. Benny the Butcher, he got it all wrong. All of it is wrong. The way he's thinking is about like 10, 15 years ago is the way he was thinking, bro. I ain't gonna hold you. But Hey, if that's what you want to talk about, that's what you want to talk about, bro. But you gotta remember, the internet gonna speak, and when the internet speak, you might not like it. So this is gonna be the first of many videos for sure. We still got a lot of videos to get to. It's cool though. It's cool though. I said I'm gonna be here for a little bit. We're coming up to an hour already. Already coming up to an hour. This video right here is gonna be 45 minutes. So let's keep going. Let's keep getting to the mess. We're probably gonna tap in with Sean C next, and then see where that goes. I know Jalopy has a video, but that boy about to get like philosophical on this nigga. I swear to God. Anyway, let's see what we got, man. Let's keep going.
I don't live in present tense, so just soul for a Daytona. Girl, my life been like a kid drama. Walking to.
Bye. Have a beautiful time.